Hi, this is Louis Paul. This is The Colors of Prog, where I review progressive rock and associated music from all around the world. Season 5, Episode 7, I'm going to be talking about Alphataurus, an Italian band. Alphataurus is one of the more obscure Italian prog bands, but for a reason. Their self-titled debut was released in 1973. It's a glorious collection of 5 tunes, and it runs a standard just under 40 minutes. With 5 members and some wonderful piano, Hammond, and Moog contributions, and a very expressive singer in Michele Bravado, they were all over the map in terms of musical influences. Um, and they're considered one of the earliest symphonic prog bands from Italy, and you'll find out what happened. Um, some of their stuff, some of their music, um, it's not far from early Tangerine Dream. And I swear there's a song that sounds like an Italian Led Zeppelin uh, from Led Zeppelin 2, the second Led Zeppelin album. That song was called Dopo l'Uragano. Their first record, as I said, was released in 1973, and it was on Vittorio Di Scalzi's Magma label. And he's well known for being a voice of the New Trolls, another Italian band. However, Alphataurus, the band, broke up, and shortly before the end of the year of 1973, and demos for a planned follow-up, which were recorded, lay in the vaults until 1992. And that was released by Mellow Records in 1993. And that album was called Dietro il Oragano. The funny thing about that is that they were demos, so they're unfinished songs. It didn't sound great, but it was called the second Alphataurus album. It was supposed to be. Now, Atto Secondo was released in 2012 on AMS Records in Italy, and it features a new vocalist, but really just re-recorded and updated versions of the songs that were intended to be the demos for the second album. Yes, the second 1973 album. Atta Secondo was released in 1993, and some reviewers have been kind, saying they prefer it to the 73 debut. Well, you're talking about, the technology is much different. The recording technology and the mixing and everything. Now, as a touring band, Alphataurus featured 3 original members, and they played a few Italian festivals. Now, they released a live album, Live in Bloom, Progvention. I believe this was recorded in November 2010, and it's a fine live recording. So there are songs from the 1973 debut, as well as most of Atto Secondo, which again was intended to be the second unreleased album, which came out as demos and re-recorded in 2012. Very interesting there. In October of 2024, you would not believe this, AMS Records in Italy released, quite surprisingly, a new Alphataurus album, 2084 Viaggio nella Nulla, now down to containing only 2 original Alphataurus members, and the guitarist, synth player, and singer Guido Wasserman, and Pietro Pellegrini on organ, Hammond, and synths. Those are the 2 original members. This also features a different vocalist than on the 2010-2012 incarnation of the band, the one that played live and the one that re-recorded the demos. And this is Franco Giafrenza, who also plays acoustic guitar and flute. While still echoing the original Alphataurus sound of the 73 era of the band, it opens things up a bit. And they also include a additional keyboard player. And very interesting. So there's been a few recently released recordings from well-regarded Italian bands in the last few years. Le Arme and a few others. But I have to say that this one from Alphataurus is surprisingly good, totally unexpected. And if you are a purist for that old original Italian symphonic Prog sound, I highly recommend this one. It's very good. So there's that. It's a short show today, but I wanted to get that out there about this band, which is not covered too often, and this brand new album, CD. Thank you for watching.